What's up, GGs? It's week 5, workout 2. Go ahead and grab a mat and let's get started with some mobility. So first up we have a lunge with a reach. So you're going to be in a half lunge position, one knee is on the mat, the other leg is bent over into a deep dynamic lunge. Meanwhile, your upper body is going to stretch into the leg that's bending. As you can see there, my left arm is stretching my whole body as my right leg is bending into a deep lunge. So we have 8 to 10 reps each side. Here's another angle. So you can see my torso is just moving straight to the left into the leg that's in that deep lunge. So my left leg is up in that bent position at the top, and I'm stretching over into that leg as far as you can, stretching the whole side of your obliques, your back, your arms, your shoulders for a nice stretch all over. Alright, next up are bird dogs. So go ahead and get into a tabletop position. Make sure your core is nice and stable. We don't want you shifting around. We want your mid-body, your torso, and your core as stable as possible. So you're going to lift one arm and your opposite leg up at the same time for 20 total reps. Alright, now we have a downward dog with calf stretches. So go ahead and reach up high to the sky, walk yourself down into the downward dog position, and you're just lifting one heel at a time to give your calves a good stretch. I do about 10 calf stretches while I'm in the downward dog position. And then give yourself a nice stretch by pushing your head through your arms, stretching out your back and your shoulders. Then you can walk yourself back, getting a good hamstring stretch, reaching high to the sky to elongate your body, and coming back down, doing another 10 calf stretches. And we have 3 to 5 of these total. Alright, these are called the world's greatest stretch, or spidermans. I called them spidermans because we're going to alternate sides that we stretch out. So you're going to be in a plank position, and you're going to bring one leg up close to your hand. Here, I'll let you. So you're bringing your foot close to your hand, and you're just going to be in that full lunge position, and you're going to do a stretch with your opposite arm up high to the sky. It's basically a world's greatest stretch, but you're doing one side, holding a plank in the middle, going up to the other side, getting a good stretch through your whole upper body and your hips. Alright, for this seated shoulder external rotation, you're going to have your feet touching in the center. You're almost doing a butterfly stretch, but one knee is up to put your elbow on. As you can see, I'm holding a dumbbell. I would hold a pretty light dumbbell. This was a 10-pound dumbbell and it was so hard. Doesn't really look like it, but I was struggling. So you're just bringing that dumbbell down to be parallel to the ground. You're pivoting on your elbow. Your elbow's rested on your knee. And you're going to bring that dumbbell back and externally rotate your shoulder. This is going to be a really good stretch and works the mobility of your shoulder rotations. Alright, we have some frog bridges. So instead of a glute bridge where both your feet are planted on the mat, you're going to have your feet touch together in a butterfly position. So you can see that my legs are pretty wide, like they're stretching out outside of my hips, and my feet are touching each other. So like the bottoms of your feet are going to act like glue, and you're just raising your hips, squeezing your glutes, and you're going to get a pretty good hip stretch throughout this movement. Okay, we're getting into the workout. So I want you to hold a plank, and you're going to lift one leg up at a time in this high plank position, and you're just keeping it completely straight, activating your glutes. So you're going to raise one leg at a time doing a glute drive. So squeeze that glute, lift that leg as high as you can, as well as keep your core stable and try not to fall over. So we're doing 12 to 20 reps. I would go until you start to feel this in your core, until you can't really do many more reps. So up to 20 reps. Alright, this one's fun. So we have a bear plank with toe touches. We've been doing lots of bear plank stuff, so you should know that position now. So you're going to hold a bear plank, and you're going to use your opposite hand to touch your opposite toe, and you're doing 12 to 20 reps. So you're going to reach back with your hand, touch your opposite toes. So my right arm's touching my left toes, and you're doing 12 to 20, not letting your knees touch the mat at all. Okay, we're moving on to weighted donkey kicks. So get in that tabletop position, put a 10-pound or whatever kind of weight you want to put back there. Put a dumbbell between your calf and your hamstring. Just hold it behind your knee there, and you're going to drive your heel to the sky, activating those glutes. You can't really go past 90 degrees. It's really, really hard to do that. So just lift your heel as high as you can, making sure to squeeze that glute as you're doing so. And you're doing 10 to 15 reps each side. Girl, I have no idea why I programmed these side planks. They are hard. I managed about 20 seconds, so if you want to give these a try, go ahead and get on your forearm. You're going to lift your body up and your feet are going to be touching at the end, and you're just holding your body up as long as possible, basically, on one side. If you can't do these, or you just want to do like 10 seconds each side, totally fair, but I would supplement and also add in some Russian twists, about 30 reps, if you can't do these side planks. Okay, we have lateral walks with a band. So you're going to bend down into like a crab walk position. If you have a band, great. If you don't, that's also okay. The band just activates your abductors a little bit more. And we're just doing 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. 2 steps is 1 rep, and we have about 20 total. Alright, we're moving on to single leg glute bridges. So I am coming all the way down at the end. So I'm resting, coming back up, driving that opposite knee to my chest, and then I'm just pushing off. Right now it's with my right foot. So push off with your foot that's planted in the mat. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze your core, and we're doing 10 to 15 each side. Alright, these are called reverse tabletop drives. They're a bit hard. It's going to stretch out your biceps and your shoulders. It's a very good core and glute exercise. So you're going to have your hands facing your feet, as you can see there. And you're just going to drive your glutes up to the sky or as high as they go. Make sure to keep your core nice and engaged and squeeze those glutes at the top. You're doing 10 to 20 reps, so as many as you can do. Alright, make sure you rested 1 to 2 minutes before getting back into set number 2. So we're starting again with planks with a glute drive. So we're doing high plank position. My hips are a little bit higher than they normally would be for a plank, but it's easier to drive those glutes up if they're a little bit higher. So 1 leg at a time, keeping that core nice and stable, and you're driving that heel to the sky, okay? Squeeze those glutes, drive that heel to the sky, and try to maintain balance throughout the movement. Alright, we're moving on to bear planks with toe touches. These are real fun once you get the hang of them, and you have 12 to 20 reps. So try and push yourself in the movement and get up to 20 reps. I bet you could do it. Those quads are going to burn. Just make sure you're squeezing your core too so you can feel it in your abs as well. Okay, we have weighted donkey kicks. So again, put that dumbbell in the back of the knee and you're just going straight back. You're not going outside of your hips. You're just going straight back into a donkey kick, driving that heel to the sky and squeezing those glutes at the top of the movement. Okay, and we have 10 to 15 of these each side. Alright, we're back to the most brutal plank ever, but as soon as you're done with these, you never have to do them for, the next time I program them, which will probably not be happening again. So side planks, 20 to 30 seconds each side. If you want to modify it and do some Russian twists, I would be okay with that. Alright, lateral walks with a band. So again, this is half a rep and that's a full rep. So make sure you're doing 2 steps to one side, 2 steps to the other side, because 2 steps is only equivalent to 1 rep. Really get those glutes burning, okay? Alright, we're back to single leg glute bridges. It's okay to rest and let your butt touch the mat at the end of the rep. But you're driving that opposite knee to your chest, coming back down, and then with your foot that's planted in the mat, make sure you're driving through that heel, squeezing the glute at the top of the movement. Alright, we're ending with reverse tabletop drives. We have 10 to 20 of these. This is your last exercise of the week, so try and push yourself. You can do it. And I will be seeing you guys next week for week 6. It's our last week. I can't even believe it. So proud of you. Keep it up. Seriously, you're killing it. And I will see you next week.